Hey, I wasn't expecting that so soon.
You did not. You did not give us any countdown. I just saw myself. All right, we're here. Hi,
Welcome
happy
back,
Thursday.
everybody. If you haven't already, smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and make sure to turn on those notifications because we are here a couple times a week right now.
Yes, you don't want to miss it when we are. And like today, we are talking about return pumps and power heads. You've got to have the proper flow to have a successful reef tank.
Absolutely.
So we're going to kind of guide you through how to select the proper pump and power heads, why they're important, and all that good stuff, because it's just a vital part of it.
Yep, for sure. We have a couple giveaways.
We do. We've got a lot going on.
We're giving away a $100 gift card during the show, so make sure you guys ask questions, engage, answer other people's questions, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
You have to like, she says that you have to hit the like button.
It's mandatory. There's just no questions
so
asked.
That also is the currency to win the gift card.
Yeah, you gotta be really active in the chat, hit the like button, all of that good stuff, and someone will win a $100 gift card at the end of the episode.
Yeah. We also have something very special today. Along with that giveaway is a coupon code to Living Reef Orlando.
Yes, so they are the livestock sponsor for the Reef LX 320.7 that we're doing the build on. And they have a coupon code just for you guys that are following along, watching the build. So you can go to their website, enter in that code, WBLX320 at checkout, and 10% off livestock.
That's amazing. Take advantage of that, you guys. They have a ton of great stuff.
Yeah, as you're gonna see all of it coming in. Last week we got inverts into the LX, and then you're gonna start seeing fish, coral, all that coming from Living Reef very, very soon. Get the Reef LX full of life.
Yeah, and if you want to visit their website, it's livingreeforlando.com. We also have a major giveaway going on with this build, which many of you probably already know. If you don't, at the end of this series, we're giving away a Reef LX 190.4, valued at over $5,000. You don't want to miss out on this one. You don't have to buy anything, you don't have to do anything. Just head over to waterboxaquariums.com/huge. Put your email in, your name.
Yep, and there's a lot of social actions that you can do that's going to get you more entries. And then you can follow us on social media, go to all of our pages, go to Living Reef's page, swag. So you can see this whole list of things that you can do to get more entries into the giveaway.
And every single episode, we're giving you a bonus entry code. So only the people watching every episode are going to get these 10 extra entries every single week. And
you don't know when we're going to drop it, so you have to be watching and paying attention. So we will be dropping a bonus word somewhere in the show that you'll be able to enter in there for more entries into the giveaway. So lots of good stuff. You can't go wrong. But we got to talk equipment. It's what you need. Like you can't have an aquarium without a return pump.
Right, like it's the lifeline.
It is the lifeline. Like you do not pass go if you don't have a return pump. You cannot do anything further. And then power heads are going to help with nutrient control, keeping your tank cleaner. Corals need a certain level of flow for them to be healthy and happy as well. So put together a little bit of a guide to how to select those items and what we're using.
Yep, for sure.
Go ahead.
The main purpose of a return pump is to move water through your filtration system. We suggest a total turnover of 5 to 7 times your system volume per hour. This flow rate ensures you have adequate contact time with skimmers, reactors, and media. The Vectra is available in 3 sizes, which can be adjusted through the controller or through the Mobius app. 3 available functions are constant mode, feed mode, and speed lock. The Vectra is also compatible with a battery backup, which keeps your aquarium running even during a power outage. For the Reef LX 320.7, we've decided to use the Vectra L2 with a maximum flow rate of 3,100 gallons per hour. We've also decided to hard plumb this system using the included conversion kit that's included with all Reef LX models.
Proper flow is critical for the health of your corals as well as detritus removal from your aquarium. Power heads provide that additional flow inside your aquarium. The amount of flow you'll need will depend on the type of corals in your aquarium, the placement of your aquascaping, and also the placement of the power heads. The VorTech power heads have many features that make it the most advanced and versatile power head on the market. VorTechs can be adjusted with the controller or Mobius. 3 additional functions are feed mode, night mode, and wave auto tune. To reduce the wires and added heat into the aquarium, the motor is located on the outside of the aquarium glass. VorTechs are compatible with the EcoTech battery backup to keep your aquarium running even in a power outage. We are running 2 VorTech MP60s on the Reef LX 320.7. Each MP60 can produce up to 9,000 gallons per hour. We have placed them in the upper center of each side of the display aquarium. We are running them in sync on the tidal swell mode, which closely replicates the changing flow patterns in nature. There you go.
There you go.
All right.
Great job. Great job.
I mean, it's a good set of information, especially when you're starting to like pick out what you need for your aquarium. If you're first setting one up, you know, sizing them, that kind of stuff. So.
Right, flow is absolutely critical. I think it's often overlooked, especially if you're new in the hobby. And if you think about not just the return line to get the water from the sump back to the display, et cetera, but the flow within the aquarium is so critical. If you think about the corals on the reef, there's constant swells and flow in some areas.
It's very sporadic too.
Yeah,
you know, like an all-on power head isn't going to give that good variable flow that you would have from something that's more controllable. And then a lot of times I feel like people try to push too much water through their sump with their return pump.
That's a big
thing.
We
do recommend a little bit lower of a turnover because you need that contact time for your skimmer, especially if you're running like Refugium or anything like that. And to not just push so much through that you're really not letting all of your filtration, skimmers, media and stuff do their job efficiently.
Yeah, there's a number of reasons for that. That's why we always suggest that. I mean, not only for the contact time and the filtration ability, but also the noise.
Yeah.
The less water you're pushing through your sump, the less noise you have. So there's a lot of good reasons not to try to get your flow through your return pump. Use Powerheads.
Yeah, you get that extra flow from the Powerheads because they're more, you can change them up. The placement can be however you want. If you do something like the MP Powerheads, or 40s or whatever, you know, you've got so many different speed modes. You can change it, you know, a different flow pattern. So you really anything that you need to suit your needs for it. And they're going to give that movement. Even whenever I kicked on the Powerheads in here, because it's been cycling for a few weeks, I didn't have the Powerheads running, kicked them on and you saw all the dirt and like sand sediment and stuff get kicked up. Because when you don't have that flow, everything just sits and settles and your tank's going to be a lot dirtier. You're going to have more nutrient problems. So having that flow is not just for the corals, but actually for the aquarium too.
Yep, for sure.
So speaking of, I think we're going to take a look at the LX.
Yes, we haven't looked at the actual tank in a while.
Ooh, so we did move Mango and our 4 clown friends over to the LX this week. Since we did Inverts last week, they got moved on over, and they're very happy in there.
Crystal clear.
Yep. So you see the MP60s, I have kind of upper center on there so that it's not going to blast right into the rock. Going to allow a lot of open flow under those caves and tunnels, hopefully to alleviate dead spots for detritus and stuff. And then there should be plenty of good flow for the corals themselves once they start going in there.
If you guys don't know who Mango is the, most people do at this point I think, but Mango is the resident NYOS tang that I've had her since 2007.
She's been through a lot of different tanks.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to grow to full size. I think it's just not going to happen at this point.
No. Dwarf.
I think she's probably like 6 inches? Something like that?
I want to give her a 7, but
yeah, maybe 6 or 7 inches.
Being generous.
And she's really old.
Should be a foot long by now.
Yes. At least. So we call her our like little midget nano naso.
Nano naso.
Nano naso. But she's really happy to be in there. So kind of just getting that tank moving along with livestock. We've got the VorTech up and running. The return pump is dialed in to be nice and quiet, but a good amount of flow in there as well. So it is looking beautiful.
Now the clownfish, those are the same clowns, right?
Yes, so these 4 came out of the 220.6 dream build over at the studio. And I don't remember how long it was ago, but there's 4 of them. There's 2 black and whites and 2 oscillators, and they got added over, and somehow they've just all paired together.
It is very odd.
It was kind of, we were just like wanting to see, I think we didn't have somewhere to put the black and whites at that time, we tore down tanks, something, and they paired up together, and they hang together all 4. They'll split up 2 and 2. They don't ever fight. They host in all the different things inside the tank. They're just seriously some buddies, which is against most odds. So it's not the usual. We always say don't add more than 2 clownfish in a tank. There are exceptions, obviously, but as a rule, don't do that.
just to show you guys that if you properly care for your fish and you give them just a good environment to live in that's well maintained. I've had those Ocellaris, I think, since like 2012. They also breed quite frequently. In the 220, they were laying a lot of eggs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, they killed an elegance with their breeding.
Yeah, they were very aggressive on that.
Very aggressive breeders. But even at that point when they're breeding, them and the 2 black and whites still get along.
Yeah.
Which is the one time they should not. So they're like a bonded quad. A bonded quad, I guess. So they had to go over here together. I wanted them to kind of be able to settle in along with Mango, since she's like
What's
an
cool is
original.
you move them in here and they're still doing the same thing.
Yeah, they're all 4 just hanging out together.
Like,
no good reason, no whatsoever. It's just what they do.
Did,
I don't know if
did
they
they
can see
go
them
straight
very
into
well.
this tank, or were they in another tank before this?
So yeah, they were in the 6-foot frag as a holding
Okay.
until we wanted to make sure that it was ready for them. Mango actually hung out in our 4-foot frag just so she could be by herself until she moved over here, which happened earlier this week. So
Cool.
yeah, so very exciting. I don't know if people end up dropping any questions they have about flow in there. We also do have a bonus word.
Bonus word.
Yeah.
Let's drop the bonus
Let's drop a
word.
bonus word for all those watching.
Bonus word for 10 extra entries into the Reef LX 190.4 giveaway.
All right, all right. And the bonus word is Vectra.
Vectra.
Very fitting for
Yes,
this
we use
episode.
the Vectras on any build we do that the Vectra will fit, we use a Vectra.
Yeah, so I want to say like 80 to 100 gallons and up, somewhere around there. All of our reef and frag lines we do Vectras on.
It's a great pump. Very, very quiet.
It is nice. So yeah, we use the Mobius app, which is great for all EcoTech products, and we've got the Vectra and the Powerheads all on there. They can all shut down for feed mode at the same time. They can go by different patterns, and the VorTech will actually go along with what the pump is doing. So it's a really good, easy to use interface, we would call, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right.
Questions?
Rachel says, how do you know it is time to add more flow when the corals grow out? I would just say if you notice more debris building up on the sand bed, if corals are starting to grow in big right here, and you notice the ones on this side aren't moving as much, and they were like ones that like flow, they just don't seem as happy. Sometimes like things like soft corals and leathers, if they don't have enough flow, they can kind of like close up and get like a layer on top of them that they can't really slough off, and they won't open. So it's hard to have too much flow if placed properly.
Right, I
If it's
totally
with
agree with
Powerheads, that is.
And you'll see tanks like this size where some of these guys are running, we're starting with 2 MP60s, but I've seen tanks this big that have 3, 4 VorTechs on each side.
Oh yeah, it's just how your rock is set up will vary so much. The type of corals. If you're keeping SPS, you need so much flow.
Yeah.
Especially in a larger tank.
No
so.
dead spots with SPS.
Yeah.
Cool. Andrew says, do you guys recommend installing a manifold on your return line?
It depends on what you want to run. There is a manifold that comes with most of our models, but on this one we decided to hard plumb.
Yeah.
Because we're not running anything else that would need a manifold, but you'll find it on the LX, Reef, Frags. Those all, peninsulas all have manifolds included.
Yeah, so I'll give you guys a good example. If you want to run, like on this system, we're just running the Skimmer and a media reactor, but we're running a NYOS torque media reactor, which has a pump built in at the bottom.
Yeah.
You don't need any external flow. You don't need any other flow coming from another source. But if you have a reactor that maybe needs its own water line running to it, or something like that, that would be a scenario where you would need like a manifold, or if running like a UV or chiller is a good one.
Reactors. I don't know. There's like outer scrubbers and things like that. So if you need something that needs to be run by a pump that doesn't already include it in like the actual unit itself, a manifold's great because you can use your pump and not have additional heat sources or more pumps to worry about. So it's definitely a good thing to have if you need those items.
Yep.
Chris says, right now I'm running a canister filter and power heads that are not adjustable. Should I upgrade and get adjustable power heads? The flow in my tank looks
Great.
Oh, hold on, it might
not
cut off.
good.
Looks.
Because the flow in my tank looks good, and my NEM loves it.
The flow in my tank looks good, and the NEM loves it. I mean, if things are happy, don't necessarily change them, but you will get better flow for everything else in the aquarium, especially as you want to add more stuff. Non-adjustable flow, basically that one spot is getting flow, and then around it's probably getting side effect flow, but it's never going to change. You're going to have this area that you can't put stuff in because the flow is too direct there. And then you're going to have areas where there's not enough flow. So things that are controllable, that can change flow rate, pattern, stuff like that, is always going to be better. But if everything at the time being's happy, it's hard to say, yes, go just change everything up. But you may find that as you put more into it or that kind of stuff, that it may not work as well.
I was going to say, it's maybe if it works for starting, but as your tank matures and there's more demand for more variable flow. If you think about a reef, the flow is not, just a very linear thing. It's not just shooting in one direction. There's just waves and flow and, just circulation all over the place. So you want to try to replicate that the best you can.
And you do know, with an anemone, if you change the flow pattern, they probably will move just until they kind of get situated again. So if you do change your flow, don't get mad at me if your anemone moves.
There you go, disclaimer. Ed says, what program mode are you using on the MP60s?
We set it in there. I think it was like Reef Swell Sync. So I think we set it in the video. So it's, I think it's Reef Swell, Tidal Swell in sync mode. So that's what I have at the moment. I'll probably change it once things go in, once I see how the corals and stuff react.
Yeah.
No way to tell. It's just a good starting point and help remove a lot of like the debris and stuff out of the rock that kind of happened during cycling and settling. So we'll see where it ends up changing to. All right. I think that's all the questions.
All the questions?
Yes. All right, cool. So we have still a gift card
We do.
to give away. I don't know if that's ready.
I do want to drop real quick. If you guys didn't get it, I'm going to give them the bonus word a second time.
Okay.
Bonus word's Vectra. That's going to get you 10 extra points. Head over to waterboxaquariums.com/huge.
Huge.
Huge.
Because it's a huge tank. It's a huge giveaway. It's awesome. All
Alrighty.
right. So we're
$100 gift card winner.
$100 gift card. Oh, there's your bonus word again, Vectra. That way, no misspelling. And no misspelling. Vectra. All right. All right. Let me know when we're ready. All right. So we talk next week. We actually have more fish going into the LX.
Nice.
Which is exciting. So we'll kind of go over that, but it's being a lot more active very, very soon.
Cool.
Yes.
I'm assuming you already know what your fish selection.
But you will not know.
I probably won't know even.
You'll know when they get here. Like, oh,
Great selection.
The fish already picked out. Living Reef has been holding them, making sure they're healthy, happy eating, and all of that.
Next Wednesday, ORA.
Yes, next Wednesday, our Wednesday episode, is really excited for this one, so mark your calendars, is Donna and Jordan from ORA are going to actually be here on the show Wednesday for Q&A, everything ORA, all the questions you have about fish, corals, the build we did with them, all of that good stuff.
Definitely
so
don't miss that one.
Yeah,
don't miss that one. It's 6 p.m. Eastern next Wednesday. Pick their brain.
Yeah, get your questions ready. Start making your little notes in your notepad. Keenan's going to be really, really busy pulling them questions and getting them up on the screen. So it's going to be a really, really good stream.
Lots of knowledges.
Lots of knowledges from ORA. All right, I think we're ready now. Yeah. Yes. All right, gift card winner is
Nino Pizzella.
Congratulations.
Pizzella? Email winners at waterboxaquariums.com. They will get you hooked up.
Congratulations. Woo! That's always fun. You get to go buy a tank, buy something good, equipment, a return pump and Powerheads. You never know.
There you go.
You might need those after watching this. Upgrade time. So so we're actually getting to all the fun stuff of the tank. Like, people get bored when they first have to set up a tank. You got to wait through the whole process.
Yeah, it's a long process.
It is getting all the equipment, everything ready, cycling. But we're finally past all that.
I'm kind of actually. It's kind of crazy that we're actually already to that point. It seems like it's been so long.
It does. And we're finally
especially for us because we've been planning this build for much longer than you guys have seen.
Oh, that's true. So lots of good stuff next week. Definitely tune in Wednesday and Thursday for the shows. You don't want to miss ORA and also, of course, fish going into the big LX.
Cool. Thank you guys so much. We will see you next week.
See ya.
Thank you all for watching. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, turn on those notifications, and for more information on this series, visit waterboxaquariums.com/huge.
Tune in live every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to learn about how you can get more entries to our Reef LX 190.4 giveaway.
Plus, we're giving away $100 gift cards every episode, but you have to be with us here live to win.
Thanks for watching.
See you next week.